Hey, what's up? This is Joe from DED. I'm on Digital Tour Bus, and this is my first concert experience. So my first concert experience was a big festival called That Damn Show, which was a big festival that would happen in Arizona's radio festival for this station called The Edge at the time, which was like the alternative station. And one of my favorite stations growing up, listened to it all the time. Them and 98 KUPD, which I gotta give a shout out to because I love 98. They were a little bit on the heavier side. The Edge was a little bit more on the alternative side. So I went with my three of my buddies, James, Tommy, and Kevin. I think we were like 12 or 13, something like that. And it was at this place called Compton Terrace, which was a big outdoor, like all dirt amphitheater type place, kind of out in the middle of nowhere by the racetrack in Arizona, outside of Chandler, like Phoenix area. And I could actually hear concerts from there, from my parents' house when I was little, and we'd go out in the backyard. I remember you could hear the Beastie Boys. It was so loud there that you could hear it in my backyard, which was one of the coolest things. So we went to go to the festival. It was let's see, the lineup was like Butthole Surfers, Smoking Popes, Voodoo Glow Skulls, 311, Goldfinger, Cake, and Funk Junkies, some other bands anyway. So we went to the festival, and I remember walking in, and I still get this feeling to this day when you walk into the festival. I still do this when I go in, and there's just this, early in the day, there's this amazing anticipation and excitement, and this feeling of everything, of what's to come, throughout the rest of the day. I remember walking in, and the Smoking Popes were playing, and they're kind of like a punk band, kind of like Alkaline Trio meets like Morrissey or something like that. Really cool band. And I remember they were on, and we were walking in, and sunny day out, hot, it's in Arizona, and there's like cigarettes in the air, and there's like weed in the air, which I'm sure I didn't know what that was at the time. And then there's all these vendors with all these t-shirts and sunglasses and all the cool, like all the coolest shirts you'd want, all the swag you're into, and it was just like this culture, and it was like my first time. I used to get catalogs, and I used to look up things about rock bands, punk bands, metal bands, but this was like my first time like being there and experiencing it, and it was I remember just being wide-eyed and just kind of blown away by it and really soaking it all in. And so we watched the Smoking Popes as we were coming in, and then we set up our little hacky sack circle. We were way into hacky sack and like skateboarding and stuff like that. So we set up our hacky sack circle, and we watched the Voodoo Glow Skulls play, and we watched Cake play. And Cake had like, I just remember their low end was just booming. It was so sick, and really enjoyed them. And Butthole Surfers were sick. They're like this kind of super weird rock band, and I remember them just being kind of weird and crazy, and I thought it was so dope. I thought it was such a cool thing. And then the sun kind of started going down, and the lights came on, and the band that I went to go see was a band called Goldfinger. And the lights came on. They opened up with their song Mind's Eye, which is the opening track to their self-titled album that was out at the time, that I absolutely love. I still love to this day. And I just remember just it being so loud and such an energy about it, and everybody just went wild. And kind of in a serendipitous way, the singer of that band is a producer. His name's John Feldman, and he produced stuff like The Used and Black Veil Brides and Atreyu and a bunch of different people. And he actually was the person that ended up finding DED. So my first concert, was going to see him, and then having that person find my band and enjoy my music some years later was such a cool thing. So I'll never forget that concert. It was such a great time, and got me ready for all the concerts and festivals and everything that I would play myself now. So amazing first show experience for me.